Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Scooters and Scoreboards. First, thanks to our sponsor, JP Property Maintenance, and thanks to all our other followers and subscribers out there on our platforms. However, we are having a couple of issues with our Spotify, which we are sorting, hoping to have that sorted by round one on my end, which is unfortunate, but we have had our page up. We've just got to try and sort out everything else. As for our goal, we hit our 100 followers on our Facebook page the other day, which is great to see. So thanks to everyone out there for that. Without further ado, I'm going to head it over to you, Davo. I know it's been a bit of a miserable day, mate, but thanks for coming in.
Yeah, all good. Not much else to do.
Yeah, well, she's a bit wet, mate. She's a bit wet. Did you catch much for footy on the weekend, or?
Yeah, little bits and pieces, yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Finally good to have the footy back, mate.
Yeah,
It's great to see. Obviously, we had the doggies go down to the Cowboys 30-34. Very entertaining game if you love tries, obviously.
Yeah,
By looking at that, Hill and Lukey had a good comeback game since his injury, which was good to see. Robert Derby as well. Started off in flight mode.
yeah.
He just was unbelievable on that edge. And yeah, the Cowboys just very energetic to start the game. 5 tries in the first half. I mean, obviously against the New South Wales Cup side for the doggies, but
Yeah.
even considering that, like even with the doggies, they still managed, like that first half, they let in a lot of tries. But I think it's just good to see the young blokes getting in there having a crack.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. But defence is a problem, but sometimes
Yeah, well, exactly right. We did have Wiremu Greg obviously played his first game for the Cowboys. He did quite well, 14 runs for 132 metres, so it wasn't too bad. Hopefully, I think he'll get a starting spot in the Cowboys this year.
Yeah,
considering I know their front pack is a little bit lean.
Yeah.
So hopefully he'll get in there and he'll bulk it up for him this year. He's a great player. I was a bit disappointed when the Parramatta Eels did decide to let him go, but obviously you got to do what you got to do, and it's part of the game. It's business, I suppose.
I reckon they'll have a better year than last year, but Cowboys.
Yeah. I think they will. Like considering who they got, like they've still got Tommy Dearden there. They've still got Drinkwater there, who's like they're both great players.
Yeah.
I just think they need a bit more, like bulk up in that front row.
Yeah, we've got their Marnie now too.
Yeah, well, Marnie's there too. So that gives them a bit more direction around the field there. But no, it'd be good to see how they run their season. But as I said, I've got to give it to the doggies. They come out in the second half after a late try in the first half and put points on the board, which is good to see.
Yeah.
But I just think they did miss that directional player there on the field. But as I did say, as we touched base, and it was good to see the young fellas out there having a go.
Yeah.
I got to admit, their undergrade boys really did well.
Yeah.
Obviously there was a lot of errors in the game. I think it was like 11 errors each.
Yeah. But, that's too many errors. Oh, it's a lot of errors.
And I mean, a lot of their ball during that game, it wasn't straight running. It was like they were doing sort of crisscross running, and they were too busy passing left
unorganised
or right. Yeah, it was really scattered.
Yeah.
But I mean, then in that second half, they just found another.
So that happens from no direction, really.
Yeah. We'll see. That's where they missed their captain there and whatnot. I mean, it is a preseason. It's what these are built for. It's what they're made for, which is good. But no, if I'm a doggies fan, I'm impressed because you look at it where, even though they had those 4 or 5 tries put on them in that first half, that second half they come out and they held Cowboys to where they were. It was good to see.
That's right. Yeah.
But are you happy with the way the doggies are building, considering obviously how things are going over the last 12 months?
Oh yeah, I'm a lot happy especially over the last couple of years too. So but still, even though they come back, but there's too many tries. Let in for
I mean,
any team. Yeah.
Well, you look at that. If this was like an actual game, then it's you lose by like in a way you don't lose. Like fair enough, in a marginal opinion, you do lose by the 4 points.
Yeah.
But then deep down, you look 34 points in a game. That's steep.
That's right.
Yeah. But look, wasn't a full squad. There was a lot of boys out. Obviously, getting ready to head to Vegas and party hard, obviously. But hopefully they stay away from those casinos and those clubs up there. But yeah, look, I'm just glad to, as we said, I'm just glad to see the footies back, man. It was,
that's
really great game. Is there anything that you'd want to see change in the way they're coming into this year?
Defense wise, yeah.
Even considering like did you look at it with the Bulldogs where they had obviously last year they had that sort of disgruntled mid part of the season there with Galvin and
I know,
and injuries to Crichton and whatnot. But do you think they're going to be in for a decent run early during the start of the season? Or?
Well, they need to start. They need to start like they did last year. So
yeah.
But they shouldn't have folded the way they did last year.
Nah.
Where they were at.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So.
I mean, like as for the Cowboys, as we touched base on, I think they're the type of side where Peyton, he needs to try and get the most out of his boys. Like you've got to build that forward pack up. I mean, he's got the edges to do it. His edges, there's a lot of good players in that squad, but your edges and your spine can't perform if your forwards aren't doing their job.
That's right.
So obviously we'll see how that goes. But don't forget, guys, send in your thoughts on each game that we do. Get in any questions you may have as well. Even if it's in the comment section, and we can get them up on another video. But yeah, look. Moving on, obviously the Dragons beat the Newcastle Knights 28-18. I did watch bits and pieces of this game. I wasn't really interested. It wasn't really an interesting game. Obviously, considering how both of these teams went last year, it wasn't much of a surprising game. I think both teams are still going to struggle a little bit this year. I think, look, even though the Knights have bought Sean Smith and they've bought Dylan Brown into the club, like you've got to look where are they going to what are they going to do with their halves pairings, like because you've got Dylan Brown, you've got Sean Smith, and I'm pretty sure they had who'd they have in the other half? Hang on,
Hastings.
No,
not Hastings. Forget his name.
I can't think of his name now. It is in here. It is Fletcher Sharp. Fletcher Sharp. Yeah. So I mean, look, Sean Smith, he did have a few errors, and so did Fletcher Sharp. But obviously, being a preseason, you're going to have those things coming back in. That's why they do the preseason. But I don't know how they're going to build this squad, considering that they'd have to have Fletcher Sharp out there somewhere. Sean Smith, he's obviously guaranteed a starting spot, you'd think.
Did he play on the weekend?
He played well. I mean, he did look very dangerous with his running game. Just a few small errors there, which hurt his game. But no, rather than that, look, if I'm the coach of Knights, I'm starting to look and realise, well, who am I putting where? And you'd want at least these three players out there. Dylan Brown didn't play obviously on the weekend because I think they want to get him in next weekend before they do head to Vegas.
That's right.
So it'll be good to see how he gets in there and pairs up again with Sean Smith or Fletcher Sharp, whoever they put in. So, but look, going off that, obviously, as we said, it's going to be interesting to see how they go with selections. But unfortunately, Frizzell didn't do too much. I'm pretty sure he copped a head knock or something because he did come off for a little bit. From what I've seen. But look, Thomas Cant, he played a fairly good game. He was trying to do everything he possibly could, which was good. And I think having that preseason under his belt as well there at the Knights, I think he's going to come out and have a really good season. But it just depends whether the Knights can pull something together this season and hopefully try and push a bit higher than what they did last year.
Disappointing last year.
I can't see them in the 8.
I can't see that.
Not from how they finished this year. I think they need a full season with their halves and their halves sort of gel as well on the field, and as well as Ponga. Well, Ponga needs to get out there and have a full season. So.
That's right. They do struggle without Ponga, but they don't win many without Ponga.
Yeah, exactly right.
So, you're lucky to beat the boy.
Yeah, exactly right. They'll take the 2 points.
Gifted 2 points.
But look, as we said, rather than that, it is finally good to have footy back.
It is.
I really enjoyed sitting down. I was actually up at Jace's. They're having a couple of cuddles with Jace, and we're watching the footy, which was good. But nah. As I said, guys, look, let us know your thoughts on the game as well, guys, for that one. We are going to try and get in and do a live tomorrow. I'm going to try and get up and do a live, depending how this phone goes and everything else. The phone's a bit of a problem at the moment. It's just falling apart, but we'll get there. Look, now to signings. Obviously, I did do a short video yesterday on reports going around. I got a message from someone stating Payne Haas was reportedly on the move to South Sydney Rabbitohs as of the end of next year. The end of this year, sorry.
End of the,
do you think that's a massive signing for the Bunnies, or do you reckon it's a bit of a dud signing?
No, I reckon it's a big signing.
I reckon it's honestly a signing of it's signing of the year, man. That is huge.
Because they lost her. They lost that.
Kalama Matangi.
Yeah. He's been good for South too. Like,
I mean, I think he's someone that they need because he's not one of those players where he likes to play sideways. He likes to just go straight up the guts and hard. So
I think
that's something the South Sydney Rabbitohs need. I don't know the full terms of that deal. Obviously, I just know that as far as we know, it's reportedly he's going to them, and I mean it makes sense because he did want to come back to Sydney. And it also makes sense considering the Broncos have got Peasant going there next year. So that also makes sense. And also there was news on Adam Reynolds. Looks like he's considering his retirement.
Looking at retirement
at the end of this year. So look, big things out of the Broncos considering they just won a premiership. You know, who they put in Haas's spot. Obviously, they're going to have a bit more money to throw around if he goes.
That's right. He goes,
same as Adam Reynolds there, because I think they had Haas on he's on 1.2 or something a season. I think so. To come back,
money for a forward too.
To come back to Sydney, he must have. I'd like to know what the Bunnies have signed him on because that is a massive pay cut if he's gone less, or they would have had to sign him on something close to what he was on.
That's right.
But I think obviously that'll open up the door there for a bit more money to be thrown around them for them for next year. So, anything else? Any thoughts on that, Davo? You want to touch base on anything else on that, or?
Oh, if I was just thinking if Adam Reynolds, he's had a good career. He's had a very good career. So I wish him all the best if he does retire.
And honestly, it's good for him too because at least he ends his career on a high. I mean, the Broncos are going to be playing finals footy again this year. There's no doubt about it. Obviously, they're a big threat this year. I think. Not as big as a lot of clubs. Obviously, I think they did get a bit lucky last year when they won that grand final. But look, if the boys stay fit and they come out and play good, you'll be seeing them in semi-finals footy. So
that's right.
I think they're going to be a team to be up in the top 8 for a fair while now. At least 3 to 5 years at least. Hopefully, no injuries and no drama happens in that sort of time frame. But as for Adam Reynolds, he's just one of those players where he's always wore his heart on his sleeve. His kicking game's next to none. His organisation on the field is next to none. He's played alongside some great players. He's played alongside players like Greg Inglis. Like the Burgess boys there at Bunnies. He played alongside them. To go to a different club
and win another premiership.
Like he has. That's another massive sort of thing there as well. Obviously we'll see how he goes this year, and if he does obviously retire, we wish him all the best there. And
that's right.
I think if he does retire, that I don't think he just walks away from NRL. I think he'll take either something like a mentor role, or he'll probably get in. He'll have something lined up there for sure.
That's right.
I can't see him stepping away from the game completely. No. Because he's just one of those players where I put him up there with Cam Smith and Slater and Cronk and all them boys there.
So he could be down even another immortal.
He's done really well in his career.
Yeah.
And the fact he won the grand final last year, I was more than pleased for not the fact Broncos won it, but the fact that he finally finally got one under his belt, which was good. But look, guys, that's going to be us for today. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, we do have our giveaway running from our sponsor, JP Property Maintenance, over on our Facebook page. And we will also have another going as well to celebrate reaching our 100 followers on Facebook. We will be using the live to go do that hopefully soon. Just trying to sort a few other things out. So yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video. And as always, guys, remember, this is our year. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow for Team List Tuesday. Bye for now.
No worries.